Hello, Olive Sector, Tailspin here. I think this is a good time to talk about privateers and what to do if the privateers are attacking you. So I've had Talak sneaking up on me here, and he took some planets, so I would consider that revealing your location. Technically, I shouldn't be able to see him, but if he had taken these planets, I would have scanned them, so I would have known that he is nearby. So last turn 14, I sent some bait out here. And he's there cloaked. Technically, I shouldn't have seen him there, but I could have predicted that. He took this planet and then this one, so I can guess maybe he's going to go to this one. So I sent my nebula there. I set my primary enemy to Talak, privateers, and I set my mission to beam up fuel. And so the next turn, I have a mission that tells me we've been robbed by the meteor. They took 83 fuel. So he took all my fuel, but beam up missions work with no fuel. So I beamed up the fuel because from this planet, and I had fuel, and my primary enemy was set, and so I took him out, and he was uncloaked because he robbed. If he had robbed and moved away, then I would not have attacked him. He would have stolen the fuel, and I would have just moved on my merry way. No battles at all. So that is a way to deal with privateers. It's not the only way, and it's not a sure thing, but you can use the beam up missions to beam up fuel if you own the planet or if you don't own the planet, and hopefully catch them like that. The other way, of course, is these Lokis that decloak them. Glory devices from the fascists also cause them to explode and die. So there are three main ways to stop the privateers. It's minefields, unpredictability, and shove it where the sun don't shine. That one's probably my favorite. So with minefields, you can use low-tech and high-tech launchers to make minefields. Even these tiny little ships that I made, there's one here with Novadrive 5 engines, X-ray lasers, and Mark IVs. He can make tiny little minefields or slightly larger ones to make layers of minefields. And my nebulas, which I did here, this nebula with Mark 8s, can lay big minefields. You want, like I said, small ones, overlapping ones. The more layers you have, you could probably get 5 or 6 layers if you really try. The more layers you have, the more chance he has per light year of hitting a minefield or a mine in there. And they only need to take one. One hit, they're dead. So, 2 or 3 layers in there, and they're not going to be too bold. They could come in here with a cloaked ship, lay a big minefield and wipe out all my mines, or sweepers to sweep them, but at least it slows them down, it reveals their position, and usually keeps them out most of the time. Giving random sized and random locations to your minefields is good too. I thought I was here last time, and I could have laid a small one to overlap, but instead I thought, well, let's lay a huge one and see if Talak heads this way and accidentally hits one. So being unpredictable like that with your minefields is really good. And these little ones in between planets are really good as well. I put one here because this is a throughway, a a route on the way to somewhere. So maybe over here, or down here, or here, or here. Yeah, he has these plants, so that might be good for me to lay a minefield right here. That way he might not scan it, and he might move through, and on his way through he hits it. And again, if you lay a big one here, maybe scoop it up a couple turns later and drop it over here, or change its size, or something like that. So that's minefields is probably one of the best ways of preventing people or cloakers in general from reaching you, but they do cost a lot of money. So minefields is one. The second one for the privateers is unpredictability. So on your planets, vary your friendly codes. If you're going to use nuke on this planet, don't just use the default. Vary it with the capital letters and such. And masking the fuel you carry. Being unpredictable, sometimes use the minimum amount to get somewhere, sometimes use a lot of fuel. You can change, maybe put some supplies on your ship. If I load this with, right now I have no cargo on this large deep space freighter, so it's a little bit easy to guess how much fuel I have on there. But if I add 100 supplies, it throws off my mass that he sees on the star map, so that he can't guess how much fuel and how much to potentially steal. And that's another way you can use the beam up missions, beam up titanium or supplies, and he thinks you're one weight, one mass, and you beam up something else and you're a different one, or any kind of change to your cargo you can do can throw off their calculations, and maybe they won't be able to tow you as far if you add cargo. One way to be unpredictable is to cloak and recloak. If you have the ability to cloak, especially like the birds, like Grog up here, if he does a mission and then he cloaks, he can't be robbed when he's cloaked. So that is another way to, and you can be unpredictable about that too. Show yourself and then hide yourself. Show yourself, hide yourself. Force surrender. That's if you put it to make MKT, make torpedoes on your planet, and the starbase to force surrender, then you'd be surprised how often you catch somebody forgetting to change their friendly code, and the next turn you have a nice shiny meteor just hanging out on your planet. Setting your primary enemy to privateers. I do that a lot there. I think a lot of commanders do that. Even right from the start, they'll set some of their planets to, or ships to, privateers. Because you never know. You never know when a privateer is waiting and lurking. Because they can get, if they're way over here, they can get all over the map and influence a lot of different areas. So it's good to have your primary enemy as privateers. The kill mission also works. So that's my crazy son screaming in the background. Kill mission also works like privateers. So minefields, unpredictability, and the last one is shove it where the sun don't shine. So do what they don't want you to do. If they expect you to hide and build minefields and just stay in your little area and turtle and just defend against them, they probably expect that. Well, don't do that and attack them. Send a ship this way or over here. If they have ships here, send them somewhere else. If one good thing is to take it to their front door. You don't want to fight in your area. You want to attack and look for his important planets like his Molly planet or his star bases and take them out. Force him to fight. He can't defend very well, but he can rob. So if you take out his production facilities like his star bases, and he can't replace his ships, I think you know what that means. Take out his important planets. It also forces them to concentrate his forces. If he's able to get all over the place and surround you and pick at you from all different directions, then it's easier for him to work. But if he has to concentrate and try to stop you from attacking him, then my kids are going crazy tonight. I don't remember what I was saying. If he thinks you're going to go here and then here and then here and then here, he'll wait for you. So don't go here. Go from here. Go over here. Skip. Make it look like you're going this way. Go another way. Be as unpredictable as you can, but take it to them. Split up your forces. Makes it harder for him to steal your ships, but be a little careful of that because you don't want isolated ships all by themselves, because then he can concentrate his forces and take your ship. You can build ships with 0 beams. If your ship has no beams, he can't rob with them. So that is one way just to kind of tick them off. It's kind of like if they feel like it's too much work to steal from you, then they're probably going to go look to steal from someone else, giving you time to build up and then go after them, or giving you time to build up and trade for Lokis or glory devices, or webs, maybe even from the crystals. Not landing on planets can help too. If you move into his territory and you land on a planet, chances are he's going to have a cloak ship there and try to rob you. But if you kind of bypass those, refuel in space, and go in there even further and deeper, and then attack his important planets, he can't. It's much, much harder for him to rob you out in deep space. So those are my 3 suggestions for fighting privateers. Minefields, use lots of them, small ones, all over the place. Be unpredictable in everything you do. Use those beam up missions and shove it where the sun don't shine. Take it to them. Take out their planets before they pick you apart. All right, we'll talk next time.